Am I living?
It's
What
like
a funny thing to say.
the health hustle or health hustle.
Do they still do the health hustle? Do they still do that?
Health hustle before school.
Yeah.
They wouldn't call it that, surely. I can't really hear myself. No?
Yeah, get a bit louder.
Am I? Yeah, okay. That's good. Felt louder before. I hope you can hear me. Welcome back to another episode of Livin with Vince and Nancy. It's so nice to be back in the studio.
I love it.
Doing our thing.
My accountant said to me, but where you got that set up at home? I said, yeah.
We do. Today's topic.
Nance, no, before you get into it,
Tell me.
You're wearing a hat today.
Oh,
What's going on?
Bad hair day.
Bad hair day.
Oh, yeah.
At least you're being honest about it.
Oh, really? You didn't know that about me?
No, like it's
Hat
just
means, but what did you think
hat
it meant?
normally means like you look like you're doing aerobics today. I like it.
Well, I have come from Pilates.
Pilates.
I decided to do a bit of Pilates, and it was either be late, which you know I do not
She
like
doesn't do it.
to be late.
She doesn't do
or
it. Doesn't happen.
Just keep going. And
No,
here
absolutely. Hello.
Here
Like
I
I
am.
said, this is a very comfortable place. It's nice to have you back. No, I was just going to say, you look good. You look sporty.
Oh, this is nah. Where's this going?
Just saying, just wanted to comment on the look.
I hear.
Just wanted to look.
Okay, so
All right. Well, you know
all
what makes everything really less funny? When you have to explain everything.
Explain your. I get it. That was a good segue into today's topic: personal comments.
Just wanted to comment on it.
Yes, but that didn't hit a nerve. Why do some of them hit a nerve? I'll tell you what does hit a nerve.
Go on.
Personal comments is our topic today, people. One that really gets me. As you said, I've just come from doing exercise. And as you would know, I do try and look after myself as, what goes in.
Body's a temple.
You are what you eat, all of those things. And when people say to me, you are what you eat, had to breathe, yeah.
Oh, my God.
And if someone says to me, you're lucky, you're skinny. Oh, the word skinny. And now over the years of hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, why is it okay for them to say that to me?
To say you're skinny?
Yes. But why would it not be okay to turn around and go, oh, honey, you're just fat? Wouldn't that be taken differently?
No, I love it. I love what you're saying.
Because me calling someone fat and them calling me skinny is the same
thing.
type of offence to me.
100%.
Because in my eyes, it might not mean that, but in my eyes, the word skinny doesn't necessarily mean healthy.
Yeah, totally.
And I try and be very, very healthy.
Yes.
So call me skinny. Do one of those.
Oh, yeah. I'll give you a...
Yeah.
I
Don't love it.
Don't call you skinny.
Don't love it.
What about when people use other things synonymous with that? So you might get like, oh, no, she's just little. She's very petite. God, you're dainty.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other thing is, yes, I'm short. So therefore, if I put on 1 kilo on a short person, it looks like 4 kilos because there's not much where it can
But again,
go.
you're not commenting on the weight though.
Yeah.
Because you're not phased too much, right? By weight, I'm assuming. Like whether you put on or not. Like you're saying that when people see you and they say, gee, you look skinny.
Yeah.
Oh, God, you're skinny.
Yeah.
It's just as offensive as saying you're fat.
That's right. And the fact is, I'm not skinny. I can put on weight and I'm not going to prove it to people just so I can go, see, I told you I can put on weight.
Yeah, totally. It's stupid.
I went through that phase. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to let myself go. And
Hang on.
But then they would go, oh, she's really let herself go. But I was skinny last week.
Yeah, no, there's double standards all over the place here. It's all over the place here.
Yeah, upsets my life.
Just go back a second. When you say like, I did it.
No,
what do
there
you
was a
mean?
time that I was thinking, you know what, I'll let myself go and put on weight to show people that I can put on weight because I bloody hell can.
But literally just to show people because you were so sick of that comment.
Yeah. And then I'd have to work my butt off a million times more to get back to what I am.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I feel that. I feel like, it's funny. I just pulled out that drink from that establishment because I had one of those earlier today. And it's funny how, like, I get that a lot. As soon as I lose a bit of weight, they're like, what's wrong?
Yeah.
You're unhealthy.
Yeah.
You look sick.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Yeah, you look sick. Oh, I've had that one before.
When they say you look sick, I don't like that because as someone who has been sick,
yeah.
I don't like hearing that. I don't like feeling sick.
Yep.
I don't want to be sick.
Yep.
But I definitely know that like from 10 years ago to now, my metabolism is totally different.
Yes.
So there are certain things that I will eat or do that have a profound impact on my physical appearance.
Yeah.
Can I tell you that?
Yeah.
Like I've had a few glasses of wine this week.
Yep.
I haven't drunk wine in months.
Yep.
Months. Winter last year, or especially during 2020,
Oh, yeah.
lived on it.
Yeah.
Oh my God, God's juice, like
Yes.
love it. Put on so much weight. Got to the biggest I've actually ever been. And immediately, like I see it, I feel it, but people would be like, "Oh, gee, you've porked up."
Yeah.
Not to say that I'm and it's not that I'm offended in saying that. Yeah, I know I've put on some weight, and I know what I can do to lose it, but it's fucking hard to lose it now. Like it takes me
That's right.
so much longer to lose it, and I have to work really hard to do it. But then when I feel fit and healthy in my mind of what I consider myself to be an optimum weight, a good look, where I feel confident to walk around,
Yep.
just a body,
Yeah.
you know, that's when a lot of people say to me, "You look skinny,
Yeah. See?
you look unwell, you look gaunt."
Oh,
But it's actually like my perfect weight, my perfect
that's
body
right.
physique.
I think maybe we take it extra personal because we wouldn't speak like that to other people unless I'm
Well, no.
saying you look amazing. You look
Okay.
happy. You look
happy, but
You look
again, like, are we
happy.
then assuming or saying, are we noting that you don't normally look happy? And that's one of the
Yeah,
things,
I
isn't
know.
it? Like, where do you draw that line?
maybe
That's the
it's
thing.
because my personal comments that, really, I don't know, hit a nerve with me. People might not realise, but I don't know. It doesn't give people a right or good genes.
Good genes, yeah.
Good
Good
genes. Good genes. As they're eating a pack of their chips, going, "You're lucky you got good genes." Have I?
I'm eating
I didn't
birdseed.
see you walking this morning at 6 a.m.
100%. 100%.
But I've got good genes.
Yeah.
I've got good genes. Yeah.
I don't know. Some of my genes, bit tight this week after that one.
But you know what? You're your own boss. You'll work
No,
it out.
100%. And that's the thing. Like, there's so many different things. And it's one of those things when, as much as you say, why can't we then just be like, "Oh, you're skinny, well, you're fat."
Yeah.
If you say to a bigger person, "Gee, you look great,"
Yeah.
I feel like that comment alone could be taken either way.
Yeah.
Because some people then like, "Oh, well, so I wasn't looking great last time," or then they may have lost weight, they may have, I don't know, but it's such a personal thing, isn't it? It's such a dangerous game.
Yeah.
How do you know what to say to who these days?
True. And another little gripe I have is when people have let themselves go for, and this is not a health issue. So
No,
let's just
we're not
take
talking about
those ones. I'm not talking about,
Save your emails,
yes,
people.
please. I'm not talking about, underactive thyroid and all of that. I'm not.
I have a high cholesterol. I think we've talked about that on the show already.
But
okay?
I'm talking about that. This is okay. So a bigger person that has allowed themselves
Yep.
to get that big, all of a sudden decides to get fit and healthy and lose the weight.
Love it.
All of a sudden, I'm meant to commend you.
For choosing a healthier lifestyle.
I'm meant to commend you on that, but I couldn't say you were fat before. But now I'm meant to praise you.
But that's the double standard, because you're right, because we're praising the skinny. We're praising what we are considering to be
But we're
healthy.
we're praising people for.
We're praising them for better life choices. Isn't that what it is? I don't make healthy choices myself. I don't look unwell, I think. Some people might differ. I don't know. But like, I know that I will indulge and gorge myself on junk food. We talked about that a few weeks ago, like the bad shop that I do.
Yeah.
But you have to know, you have to be aware of what you're doing. I then, like you're saying, we commend them on like, "Oh, well, you've lost the weight, you've gotten healthy." But that's only because we're then praising the skinny. Like we're putting the standard out there.
I don't praise
Because you don't want to praise the skinny. Is that what you're saying?
It's not that I don't want to praise the skinny, because really the backhanded comment to that, I could be saying about time.
Yeah. No, I'm not getting into it.
Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. I know what you're saying.
That's where it's very confusing.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
I'm meant to pat you
About
on the
time.
back. I'm meant to pat you on the back.
And what point do you think, like, I'm just trying to think, have I had a conversation? I've had some pretty, like, hectic conversations in my time. This cord is annoying me. I don't know if you can hear that on the headphones, but
Yeah.
it's fucking
Just
giving me the
tip
shit. serious. Sorry, guys, if you're listening and you're hearing this tap, tap, tap. Oh, it's all me. At what point, like I've had friends who have gained a bit of weight and vice versa. They've done it to me as well, both ways, weight or loss. When do you call it as like a friend or a family member? Can you be like, I don't want to, like, hey, is everything all right? Like, I've just noticed you know. And then often if that conversation starts, I find that you do get like oh my God, I've been X, I've been Y, I've been.
Yes.
And it's a multitude of things. There are many, many, many layers here. And we are not prescribing any solution. We are not discussing what's right or wrong. But at what point in that friendship or in that journey have you ever done that? Have you ever stopped someone and been like, hey, is everything all right? Just noticed you're looking a bit different. Or is that just as bad as saying you look skinny, you look fat, you look well, unwell?
I haven't, but I have been in that situation where I'm thinking, when do I intervene? Do I or don't I?
Or is that?
But what I have tried to do, if the opportunity is there, is if they start to say something like, I've really got to get back into it because I've let myself go. That's when I might say something like, oh, do you want to walk together? Oh, I'll try and...
So you'll try and be the supportive friend but also taking the action yourself.
But encourage that comment to continue without me making the comment like, yeah, buddy, it's about time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'll try and do that if there's an opening. There isn't always an opening. There isn't.
It's a tricky one though, isn't it?
I feel like all we've done today is sit on the fence, actually.
Okay, well, hang on. Let's talk about
really
fence.
all I've done is say, don't call me skinny.
Well, that's because we're neither here nor there. What we're saying is, I guess what we're asking is, what is okay to say to anyone, personal comments? Like, when is it okay to make a comment on someone's appearance? Is it just appearance? Do you think this is limited to?
No. How's this one? Copying this a lot lately. What did you get from that?
Okay.
How much did they give you?
Yeah. Okay, hang on. Can I jump in on this?
So all of a sudden, we're talking about, have I ever asked your wage?
Okay, no, you just took the words out of my mouth. So, okay, I've just announced yesterday publicly, properly, that I resigned from my job after 8 wonderful years. Yep. Just time for a change, bit of perspective this year. Want to change, the routine up. Immediately, everyone's like, but what were you making? How are you going to replace your salary? What is the podcast making? How do you make money off the podcast? Can I just tell you that's the number one question I've had this week. Not great episode, loved it.
Yeah.
I get that too. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes.
But it's like, how do you make money off the podcast? Guys, I don't ask you how you make money.
But do you know what I've found? No, I can't. No, I'm shushing.
No, let's do it because you're right. No, we're sitting on the fence. No, and if we want to have a voice, we've got to say it. Stop asking.
It's not the supporters that are asking us.
No, it's not.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
It's not the Livin lovers.
The Livin lovers. Our homies. The Livin homies.
Yeah, the Livin homies.
Hey, no, you're absolutely right. But like, when did it become okay to ask those things? It's like voting. Voting is the other one. Yep. Everyone, and look, I'm not going to talk about politics.
But when I was growing up, that was always very, very, very private.
Voting, salary. Yeah. Religion, I think, is one that like people say don't talk about it, especially when it comes to like marketing. I've noticed that in the last few years, both in the digital industry, but then also with like the certain products and other brands that I'm associated with. There's been a lot of talk around like, well, you can't say that. You can't release something that might have a religious connotation or don't talk about religion or kids. Religion or I was going to say don't talk about kids. Talk about religion or politics. Are the two things. Yep. But I feel like society has opened this conversation now where it's like, tell us everything. Yeah. Tell us what you earn, who you're voting for, what your belief system is, and then we will tell you if that's right or not. And it's one of the things that I've probably been like looking at more in the last few months, Nance, around religion and faith. Like, I am a religious guy. I've never pushed it on people because I really believe in everybody having their own belief system. I think if you have a faith, no matter what it is, that's a beautiful thing because all it does is show and prove that you can believe in something you've never seen. That's right. Which is so powerful. Yes. Right? Why... The topic really was around like, not just personal comments today, but this specific topic was around like hiding your identity or hiding your religious identity, I suppose. Why do people feel the need to not openly say, like I was saying to someone the other day in a conversation, they said, I don't feel like I could say I go to church on Sundays because the other 4 people at the table would look at me funny. And I thought, isn't that funny? Isn't that ridiculous? Like, what are we actually scared of? That our friends are going to turn around and be like, oh my God, oh my gosh, because they're not religious.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, you go to church. Oh wow, I don't get that. Cool, but do you have an open mind enough to respect it?
But you don't have to get it. You just have to respect it.
But do you want to even know? I don't know, but like I feel like we have such fear around saying who we are, what we want. We hear it from everybody else who tells us you're skinny, you're fat, you're you know.
Yep.
But we don't have any problem in shouting out our favourite football team.
No. Yeah.
Okay, this is the parallel that I drew the other day in a conversation.
Can the Crows. There you go.
Can the Crows, yeah, 100%. Can the Crows. But like people will say that, happily. I'm a Power supporter, I'm a Crow supporter, I'm a Blue supporter.
Yep.
And even if people are, fuck you, you're an idiot, rah, shit team, blah, that's it. That's the extent of it. Is it not the same for religion?
Yeah. It should
or
be
anything?
Yeah.
It should be like, again, so I had this theory. Stop me if I've told you this before. If you're listening, skip through it or don't. I had this theory because I had a similar conversation. This would be at least 12 years ago, this conversation with my friends. It was called, I called it my iPod theory. Okay. My iPod theory was that the iPod is not called the We Pod. It's not called the Us Pod. It's called the iPod. So you can pick up my iPod and you can listen to my music, hypothetically speaking, listen to my music, and if that music's not for you, you can put it down.
Because it wasn't your pod to start with.
Right.
It was your iPod.
It was my pod. I don't have to have music that suits you or caters to you. It's what caters to me. It's what my, and that's okay. But it's about respecting and saying, you know what? I don't understand that music, but it's not for me. But I understand it's for you. And that's cool too. But people don't do that.
Yeah.
People just want to be like, that music's shit. Your beliefs are shit. You're wrong.
Yeah. Well, no, I think
Too
where
quick to
the issue lies sometimes with people like you and I, well, definitely for myself, I find that some people are so comfortable with me.
All the time.
Which is lovely.
Yeah.
But comfortable to the point to say, how much did you get for that?
The money one makes me uncomfortable because...
But the thing is, and fair enough, if I'm the type to ask it, then you're comfortable to ask it back.
Have you ever asked it?
Never. In my life...
Yep.
Have I asked anyone?
100%.
And then, can I just bring up my friend Sally from Bardo in this topic, right?
Yes.
I remember back, and I've never even told her this, ever. I remember back in the day when Bardo was, going strong, they've just come out and all of that stuff, people would ask me, because we were friends.
Yeah, you're the...
What does Sally get for that? What? And I'm like, I'm her friend, and it hasn't even crossed my mind to ask her. Yeah. And even if I did know, I'm going to tell you.
100%.
But what's it to you?
Correct. But everybody wants to be a thick and ass. Thick and ass is a nosy Parker. Stick your nose into it. 100%. And like you said, it's not the supporters.
But it's not in my vocab to ask what people get.
Never. And I agree with you. I have never. The only people I've talked about financials with are my parents, like when I was growing up, obviously just to be like, my dad was always like, how are you going to make money performing? Yeah. Which is a very real thing for, their generation. I get it. And it wasn't until I brought home my first paycheck at 16 and was like, this is the food on the table. And he was like, okay, I get it. Cool.
Yep.
Still learn a trade as a, backup. Got to have a backup. Come and tile with me. But it's my parents, Joya, my wife, because we, finances obviously. My accountant knows everything.
Yep.
You, even because we've worked together for so long. I've always thought of us as a bit like the cast of Friends. Because we worked together for so long, we have that ability, like we could negotiate our rate when we were together.
Correct. When we're doing the same thing, of course.
And because we did it for so long, like that for me, like I feel like those conversations we've had in the past, and even then, even though you and I are so close and transparent with everything, even then it's still like...
Wasn't comfortable
initially to be like, hey, if we sit down together... and actually work together as a team, all for one and one for all, we can get better results. Do you know what I mean? And ultimately that's the case.
Yes.
But even then, I don't talk about it with my siblings.
No.
I don't talk about it with my,
But I have no interest.
It's not my business.
But I have no interest.
Feels like, I
have interest in, like, are you okay?
100%. But I think it's the industry. I think people, because they don't understand or maybe see this as like a... that's not a 9-to-5 job. So how do you make money off it? I think there's a curiosity around it, but there's also that intrigue of like, how much do you get for that?
Yes.
So people pay you to go talk in their venues. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. And that's, it's more than that. It's
Yeah.
actually more of that. It's not just there. We're not just there for a chat. It's everything else that we're bringing. It's that brand value. It's
Yep.
the engagement. It's
Yep.
the storytelling. It's the
Yep.
marketing. It's the activation of the brand. You know what I mean? Like it's so much more, but none of your fucking business. Pardon my friend.
And the other thing that really hurts, because we've done this for a very long time.
Oh,
I didn't
yeah.
wake up last week and go, I
gonna
want to do
start
a
this.
podcast, or I want to do MCing, or I want to be on stage.
Do you get that when you do MC? Sorry to interrupt. Do you get like, have you done many of these?
No, do you know? Well,
I get it a lot. Maybe it's
I
because
do.
I look
I
12.
get that. I get. Well, is that why I don't?
No,
get
no,
it?
no. And that's not a personal comment.
No, do you know what? Yeah, I've kind of lost my train of thought here. But what I was going to say is keep me going, because it'll come back to me. Keep me going. Where were we talking? Where are we talking?
You were saying.
I just lost it.
No, I've lost it too. I
just
ruined it. I
lost
interrupted
it.
you. It was my fault.
Oh my gosh, no. Oh, no, that comment threw me. Oh no, let's just, oh my God, it has to come back to me.
Talking about paying
Oh,
people.
sorry, no. Bang, ding, 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 ding. I'm here. When people see you do something and then they go, how do you get into that? I think I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah.
But that wasn't their interest.
Never.
They just think that they can do it.
Yes.
And I feel like saying, here.
Go. Go. 100%.
Off you go.
100%. I wouldn't walk into a doctor's surgery and be like, I'm going to do that.
Yeah. I remember having a catch up with a friend of ours, very well known, respected MC in the industry. I think you know who we're talking about. But I remember he was talking to me about doing some MC stuff, and I said about myself, I said, I don't think I'm qualified for that, because it was for a particular sporting thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, what do you mean? Like, you can do it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I like to do things that I'm very comfortable
100%.
with. And if someone's field of expertise is sport, they will bring it and do a better
1,000%,
job, because
1,000%.
it's more. So I'm very like, I don't know.
Totally.
So-
I personally, I
Yeah.
couldn't commentate, or I can MC I've MC'd sporting events,
yes,
meet and greets. I've interviewed sporting legends. I've held
crowd
events
warm
with-
up.
Crowd warm up. But
Where
when
your
it
people?
comes- where your people?
Where your people?
But when it comes to the actual ins and outs of the team, the
No.
performance, the stats, I don't have a personal interest in sport.
Yep.
Exactly like you're saying. So I would never even
Well, it's
try
not
for
that I don't have a personal interest. I don't have enough knowledge.
Totally.
Whereas, when I'm emceeing like performances
Yeah,
and whatever, it's like, I'll tear that up.
100%.
Because I live and breathe it.
Yes. And that's the
So
thing.
for
Like, this
someone
is our
that's
life.
just seen us do something once and then go, I might give it a go,
And by all means, give it a go.
by all means give it a go.
I understand there's
But
40
also,
years of experience
don't ask me how, because I've done a lot of back work to get here.
Oh my God, 100%.
I've done the back work.
But don't forget, I think that's the thing that everybody underestimates. And we've really gone like down a bit of a tangent, which
Wow.
is a beautiful thing.
Mm.
That's what the show's all about. But it's people don't recognize all of the time,
Oh,
not just for us, for everybody. Everybody has something special, right?
Yes.
Everybody has something that they bring.
100%.
Everybody has a skill. It might be something so left field, I don't know. But it's the years and years, the hours and hours of practice that get you here, that can make it so easy looking when we're on stage
That's
to
right.
run with whatever is coming at us
Yep.
and continue a conversation or manage a
Yep.
situation. That's training.
yeah.
That's practice.
Yeah.
You can't just jump up and do that.
Yep.
I assure you.
Yep. I've recently been, doing the Wakakiri stuff.
Yes.
And I don't even think I've told you this, but we don't always have earpieces in.
Yeah, never.
But I did. I have been. And it's very different
Yeah,
to me.
yeah. Having
But
a
it also,
second voice in your head.
yes. So it kind of, I don't know, just highlights the fact that, wow, maybe I've got something here. When
Oh
I'm
my
being
God, yeah,
told,
yeah.
I'm talking and I'm saying something,
Yeah.
and they're in your ear going, keep it going. We need to fill another 3 minutes and I'm at the end of my spiel.
Yeah.
And you want me to go for 3 minutes longer?
3 minutes is a long time.
Or something. So it's like, I'll keep it going.
I'm not saying you
because
couldn't do it. You could do it for 8.
But what I'm saying is, I didn't know that, wow, this is where your skill kicks in.
Totally. And the thing is, for all of the things that we have done, like earpieces are still relatively new for major
Yes.
events. Do you know what I mean? For an MC. But how many years have we done it
Yeah, that's right.
without that help?
Correct.
Where we've got someone on the side of stage
Yeah,
going,
and I'm like, okay, and we're using our peripheral vision, but they're going, okay, we're going
All
to
right.
keep it going up, wind it up, da-da-da. So I'm in the middle of this extra
100%.
3 minutes, and I'm
Yeah,
only
yeah.
1 minute in, and they're like, okay, good to go. And I'm like, but I'm only halfway through my chat now. Now I've got to cut it short. So it's
don't
like,
cut Nancy off, guys.
so anyway, it's, it's a skill.
It's a skill.
It's
It's
a
a skill. Wow. Personal comments
Personal comments.
all the way down to, beyond personal comments, but being almost too open, too personal.
Yeah.
Too personal.
Yeah. If I've never asked you that question, why? I don't know.
That's like, it's.
But
like,
it isn't. I don't know. But
No.
now it's almost nice because then they're comfortable to ask. But it's like I don't know. It's not in my vocab.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I've never been comfortable, and it's probably just that taboo around money. Do you know what I mean? Like, maybe that's just the thing. But like I said, when we were growing up, it was you never ask somebody what they're being paid, especially in like a workplace. Like other people would come in a workplace. I've had that before.
Yeah.
Where they would just walk up and be like, "Hey, like, what are you earning here?" What?
Bum, bum,
Ba,
bum.
ba. See ya.
Here's another one for
Go
you,
on.
and I pride ourselves on this.
Yeah.
We are loving our feedback that we get.
Yes,
So never
incredibly.
once have we. I can honestly think that you would be the
Go
same.
on.
Never
I'll
once
tell you.
asked people to leave us a review.
Never.
Never ever
Never.
asked. We're saying to each other today, we have to ask people, hit the follow button because that
Hit it.
means a lot.
Yeah,
Hit the
do it.
follow button. But if that's why we probably scream it from the rooftop when
Yeah.
someone leaves a review because they've done it off their own back.
100%.
You always hear the bad news, the bad feedback. You don't hear the good stuff.
But that's like anything. That's just culturally.
So,
Do you know what I mean? Like
correct.
people will always talk about the bad experience over
Yes.
the good experience.
They'll ring up
Always.
and make a complaint, but they won't ring up and go, that service today was phenomenal.
See, that's me. I'm that guy who makes sure. Like
Yeah.
yesterday, I had a Father's Day breakfast at
Yep.
the childcare yesterday. Oh my God, what a day. Separate conversation, separate topic. But when I went back to pick up Ro in the afternoon, I said to Jess there, I was like, got to tell you, what a fantastic event today.
Yeah.
It was phenomenal. Like
Yep.
you girls killed it. The breakfast was great. The kids were great. It was
Yep.
wonderful to connect with the other dads.
Yep.
Well done. Like
Yep.
you guys are smashing it.
And that's beautiful. So
But not
Follow.
everyone will give that feedback. But yeah, following on and going back to that topic. So like just back to that point before we wrap up. Yeah, no, we can wrap up soon. I was listening to another very, very well-known podcast the other day. I'm not going to name it because they have a big enough platform, right? And they said in the middle of it, guys, we're not a big operation. We need you guys to like, subscribe, download and share our podcast. If you want to donate, jump onto the link in the bio and chuck a few bucks our way. It goes, it really helps us out. Again, not a big operation, no big funding. And I get that. Hello.
hello.
Right? Everything you see here, we've put together.
Yep.
Everything that we edit is
Yep.
edited by me
Yep.
at this point.
Yep.
I haven't taught Nancy how to use Pro Cut yet. Final Cut Pro.
Gotta go. Sorry, gotta go.
It's
Gotta
a different
go.
episode, different episode. But it's the idea that we don't ask for it, which is lovely, but we should be confident enough to say, and this is us saying it, guys, if you like Livin, if you love Livin, if you're enjoying the conversations each week, it's been 26 weeks that we've been all here listening and chatting with each other, and it's been phenomenal engagement. Your feedback has been beautiful.
Yep.
The reviews that have been left, wonderful. The messages that we're getting,
Yep.
wonderful. If you could share with one friend, download it, we would really appreciate it. We're not asking you for money. We don't need you to donate to us. Not yet. You can do that another day.
But but can I say, if you're sharing, share it because you love it, not because
Yeah.
we're saying this
Totally,
now.
totally,
and
please.
that's something that I would never ever want anyone to do. If you're not enjoying
if
it,
you're not into it,
if you're
don't
not
do it.
enjoying it, you shouldn't be listening. But if you are, feel free to share.
Please. Absolutely. I agree with all of that. Nance, this has been a great chat.
Yeah.
Good chat.
Good chat.
I think there's still more that we can dig up on this. And I think that, today you said something that has stuck in my head, which is we're fence sitting a little bit. And that's probably because there is an element in which,
I know.
in some discussions, and I know we do it, we're trying to play that line without upsetting people, listeners, non-listeners, whatever. I would like to put a challenge to us. Let's not fence sit where we don't need to. All right. I promise you
Yeah.
and our listeners now that moving forward, any conversations we have, if I have an opinion on it that is not a middle line opinion, I'm going to share it, good or bad.
Unpopular opinion. We've done that before.
Unpopular opinions, yeah. But it's the idea, like I said, that we hide so much of ourselves for fear of reparations. Is that the word, reparations? Asking the wrong person?
Yeah.
That's all right. I don't know if there's an abbreviation for it. I have to look back on last week's episode. But we're scared of the feedback. We're scared of how people are going to respond to what we're saying in everyday life. I'm not scared anymore. And if you do have something negative to say, I'm okay with that. If you come at it from a point of understanding, and that comes with everything. Like when I argue with people, and you know I love an argument because I can argue underwater. But I don't ever argue for right or wrong, Nance. I argue to understand.
Yeah.
Because if I can understand another human being, and that's what part of this show is.
Yes.
It is that conversation of everyday things. If we can understand each other, even if we don't agree, but we understand, then I think we're in for making a kinder world.
That's right. But I've had a light bulb moment even today within this episode.
Oh my God, go.
And I often say fence it, but I've realised what it is. It is because I've held it in.
Yeah.
I've got my opinion that they shouldn't be saying that to me.
Yeah.
So the fact that I'm having the conversation as I'm talking to you about it today, I'm actually maybe seeing things from their perspective because I'm saying it out loud for the first time.
Yeah.
So that's why it seems like I'm fence sitting. It's the fact that as I'm speaking the words out loud, I'm going, oh, hang on, but they might be thinking, I love Nancy. I'm so comfortable around her. I might, So that's where the fence sitting comes in because I'm actually saying it out loud.
Yeah, I love it. So much to think about, so much to discuss. Guys, we'll keep that conversation going with you on socials, online, on the podcast. We'll see you next week.
Am I living?
Just don't call me skinny.
Oh, what a funny thing.
Never again.
Or the Italians, ciabatta.
Ciabatta. It's better than what I've heard some other Italians being called.
But yes, they can hit follow.
Download, follow, like and subscribe.
Am I living?
We love that you are listening along, but you know what we'd love even more? A little bit of a follow on our Livin podcast.
You don't just have to follow it. We'd love it if you downloaded it, shared it with your friends, and even left us a little review if you felt so compelled.
Yep, if you're listening along, you must mean you love us, so we would love it if you could give us some love on our social platforms. Q.
You want to send us any feedback? Hit us up at hello@livinpodcast.com. Love you.